Okay, so this is take 2 on my raspberry. I made these using the, what do you call it, modular molds, and they just got totally destroyed trying to take them out of the modular molds. I did them on the 1-inch squares, and they just got totally destroyed. Definitely not presentable, but I tasted them and they tasted great, so I know the recipe's a success. So I want to do it again, and this time hopefully they'll look a lot better. The first thing we're going to do is take 1 cup of boiling water and add one pouch of raspberry jello and mix that all up and dissolve that. I'm calling this raspberry because what we're going to end up with is a layer of raspberry mousse, a layer of raspberry jello, and a raspberry fruit in each piece. So what I'm going to do is, right now we're making the raspberry mousse. We'll make that, chill it for a little bit. Then we'll and stick a raspberry on each one in the molds. Chill it. Make some more raspberry jello and cover the top of those, the mousse and the raspberry fruit, with jello. They actually taste really good. Okay, so I got 1 cup of boiling water, added the powder, and I'm deviating from the box in that I'm only going to put a 1/2 cup of cold water to it. Get that all mixed up. Then I'm going to stick this in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes. We want this to just start soft setting. I'll show you when I take it out what stage you want it at, because we're going to mix some whipped cream into this to make the mousse. So I'm going to say about 20 minutes, but I'll keep an eye on it. You don't want it to set too much, and you don't want it to be too runny. So we'll see you when that's ready. This is ready. Okay, so that's a little bit better. See the consistency of it? It's just wanting to set, but it's not quite set yet. And what we're going to do is take a 1/2 tub of Cool Whip, and whip that in to make the mousse. Okay, so there you have it. Kind of like a runny mousse. Okay, so I'm going to just put a layer of mousse in every mold. That tastes delicious. Okay, so now we're going to take a raspberry, just put it on the top of each one of those. Alright, so there you have it. What I'm going to do with those is stick those in the refrigerator or refrigerator and make up some more jello. Okay, so you've seen me make, we're making raspberry, raspberry, raspberry. You've seen me make the raspberry mousse and put the raspberry on the top of the mousse. That's the raspberry, raspberry, and now we're going to finish it off with the jello, raspberry jello top. And that'll be the third raspberry. Raspberry, raspberry, raspberry. Now, I didn't want to run out of jello, so I got the large box for this. And what I'll do is I'll have some left over and I'll just mold the leftover and just plain raspberry jello. But I was worried about running out, so the large box calls for 2 cups of boiling water, which we have here, and then I'm going to put in 1 cup. The box calls for 2, but I'm going to put 1 cup of cold water. Okay, that looks dissolved enough. I have my 1 cup of cold. Give that a good mix. Now, to speed things up, I'm going to put that in the refrigerator and let that cool down to room temperature, at least room temperature. And then we'll put it in the molds. So, see you then. Okay, so this is cooled down to room temperature now. We're ready to add our final touch, which is a layer of raspberry jello on top. Okay, there you have it. So what I think I'm going to do, since I've filled these up way to the top, I'm going to let them sit here for a while and see if they'll at least partially set at room temperature, which will make transferring them to the refrigerator a lot easier. So we'll get those in the refrigerator until they're fully set. We'll pop them out, then we'll pop them into the freezer, get them frozen solid, and then take them out of the molds and put them into the freeze dryer. I'll see you when they come out of the freeze dryer. Okay, so today these finished. I ran these for many hours over, like 20 hours over, because of the raspberries and the seeds, and I want to make sure they got dry. This is my raspberry, and let's do a taste test, see what they taste like. You got the raspberry mousse, raspberry jello, just a very thin layer of it, and then a raspberry on top. Man, those are really good. You see the raspberry in there? Oh my gosh. Those are absolutely delicious. Got a tart, but sweet flavor. That's definitely a keeper. Get this a nice picture taken. We'll get these laid out and on the internet for you.